Hey, this episode, I'm going to reveal a case study of how we launched a new product and got $178,000 worth of new sales in 24 hours with new customers only. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. I told you it's something really special this episode. One of the things we want to do more, Jaime and I, at duplicationnation.com, is we want to share some of the case studies of the work we do with our clients. And as you know, if you followed the show for a while, we have a couple of months from now, we are doing an one of a kind, never been done before recruiting laboratory. And it's going to be limited to only 35 people, 35 slots, because it's this really highly interactive event where we will be building out complete systems, just like we do that companies pay us millions of dollars to do. Recruiting videos, product line videos, magalogs and catalogs for products, what the candidate pathway looks like, PowerPoint slides, a standardized presentation. So the whole thing, right? But obviously only 35 people are going to be able to attend. It's not cheap by any means. It's only for company owners, founders, presidents, top leaders, people who are making 5 and 6 figures a month. That's the kind of people we have registered so far. So most people are not going to get there. So this is one of the actual case studies we're going to be using at the recruiting lab. So I want to share it with you guys who maybe can't get there, won't be able to be in the audience. Now, I will clarify. I'm not going to play the video because obviously the video is specifically promoting an individual product for a client company that we created it for. So I'm not going to play that. I'm keeping this totally generic, right? But I want to go through how we created the campaign, how you could create a campaign, how your company, some of you, I know you're distributors and you're not involved in that, but this is the episode. If any, this would be the one. Send it to your marketing VP, send it to your president, send it to your co-founder, and let them see what's possible. All right, so let's talk about how do companies launch a new product? Everybody does video today, right? We live in a video society. Great. So what do? They tell the marketing department, okay, we're launching a new protein bar, a new protein shake, a energy bar, this vitamin formula. We need a video. So the marketing people do what most marketing people do. They create a feature-centered video. We're launching this product. We have created this product. We have gone here and here and here to get the ingredients for this product. We have this kind of science behind it. We did this kind of testing. We put these ingredients in it, and it's feature, 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 the most boring stuff to an actual candidate, to an actual, even if they're a customer already. That kind of thing is so boring because it's just natural. Let me give you a little $1 million tip. If you've never heard this before, it's transformational. Anything about you, your company, your product line, your comp plan, anything like that is a feature. It's feature centric. It's not about the candidate. Anything specific to the candidate is a benefit. It's a client centric or a benefit centric platform that you would share with them. I don't know why. It's just human nature. If you're given a product to sell or market or promote or recommend, your default setting is to talk about the features. So I say, okay, here's this bottle of Zephyr Hills water. No, they're not a sponsor, right? sell it for me. He said, well, it comes in this convenient bottle. It travels well. We use recycled plastic. It's got a pretty label. It's just feature stuff. Or we go here to get the water, or we take this water through this process. There's nothing about the candidate there. There's nothing about the customer. What would the customer want to know is like, hey, this water will quench your thirst. This is healthy, contaminant-free water that's pure and healthy for you to drink, right? So anytime you can put the words "you get" in front of a statement, it's probably a benefit statement. If you can't put the words "you get" in front of it, it's probably a feature statement. So for you watching right now, you want some extra credit, go and do some homework. Look at all your marketing materials and ask yourself, can I really put "you get" in front of many of these sentences? Am I really talking about the benefits to the candidate? And am I telling people, when you reach director rank, you get a $500 a month credit toward a bonus car. You get a free bonus car. Or am I saying, is it saying, we have a free bonus car program? Is it feature centric? So what do people, what do companies do? Feature stuff. So they make an announcement video. Well, of course, Jaime and I we're not satisfied with feature centric kind of advertising marketing. When we're creating a system for a company, for a team leader, we're going to give them the most powerful recruiting materials they can. So here's what we did with this product. Let's get into this case study. Because again, I'm talking about almost $200 in sales in the first 24 hours to new customers. So here's what we did. We created a campaign. I spent about a month creating the video. I did the storyboard. I wrote the voiceover script. I, selected the footage we'd be using. So that was about a month to do that. We then spent more than 2 months training the field, training the corporate team, and creating a campaign. Instead of doing a product announcement video, we created a video that honestly, you might think it was a documentary created by some independent filmmaker. That was the mindset. That was the concept that I gave to the team that worked on the video. So we created this documentary style format about athletes, how they achieve peak performance, because the product we were launching was a wellness product, but really specifically geared to athletes, professional athletes, amateur athletes, weekend warriors, anybody who wanted greater, faster recovery time, more stamina, more strength, a healthy supplement they could take that, and would pass any WADA or sports, independent sports testing with no, performance enhancing ingredients, any of that kind of stuff. So we created this documentary style format, and then we created a campaign for the worldwide premiere of this film, which of course is a product announcement video, but it's formatted as a film. So we set up a worldwide premiere. We created a great title, a great compelling graphic, a great compelling social media posts, and email promos and WhatsApp promos and everything. And for 2 months, we trained the field. You're going to have this worldwide premiere. You're going to want to tell all your current customers about it. You're going to want to tell all the customers who ever said no to you in the past. You want all of your distributors to know about it. You want all the distributors who rejected you and never joined in the past. You want all the distributors who dropped out. You want to invite them all to this premiere to say, hey, the game has changed. This is big. You got to be here for this. And then we did training on how to approach candidates and who to approach. Pilates instructors, yoga teachers, martial arts instructors, personal trainers, people who do Orange Theory, people who do the kettlebell thing. What the hell is that again? I forget the name. You know what I'm talking about, right? All those things. Softball players, tennis players, pickleball players, badminton players, people who did Pilates, everything. So we train them and train them. This is your target market. You want to get them in the premiere. And we gave them some template kind of things that they could say and just personalize it to themselves. We created some assets for social media that they could share, stuff they could send on WhatsApp, stuff they could send in an email. And then we picked a launch date. We picked a Saturday morning for a live stream, did it on Facebook. We did it on 2 channels. We did it on the company's English Facebook page and live streamed it also on their YouTube channel. And then we did it on their Spanish Facebook page and also simulcast it on the Spanish YouTube channel. We got 2 top leaders from the company, 2 in English and 2 in Spanish, who were the hosts of this event. So we, and they wore tuxedos and gowns, and we did this like we were doing the Cannes Film Festival or something. And these were the executive producers, having a meet and greet the director afterward. I mean, that was the kind of vibe that we wanted to create with it. And so we did that. We had the countdown clock. They announced the thing, and we rolled the film. And it was, God, I should have looked before, but I'm going to guess it was like 14, 15 minutes. And, very quick cut, fast paced, lots of clips of athletes actually being athletes who were giving endorsements, testimonials of the product. None of them paid. They used it. We gave it to, that was the other part of the campaign. We made some athletes beta testers for that 2-month time period. So they got to use the product, experience it, experience the results, so they could give amazing testimonials. They felt special. They loved it because they got 2 months advance use of the product before anyone else in the world, particularly. And we had like literally Olympic athletes, NCAA champions, I mean, high-level athletes, and they got a chance to use this in competition against their competitors, which gave them an advantage because, of course, it's totally all natural, completely legal, but it was the only product of its kind in the world. So an incredible campaign. And then we tracked this. And this is the key thing I want you to know. $178,000 in sales to new ID numbers, meaning new people who enrolled either as a distributor, but most who enrolled as customers to buy the product at a discount. We could track $178,000 in sales in the first 24 hours of the live stream taking place. What was it really worth for that company? Hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales. Because remember, all the distributors were excited. They all bought the product. The existing customers were excited. They all bought the product. But we didn't even count them. We're saying we did 178K in new customers in 24 hours. And then, of course, there was, long tail effect for weeks afterward. And so it's literally was worth hundreds of thousands of dollars in new revenue with new customers. And I could argue probably millions. The company's a very well-known company, very science-based, very credible. They do solid volume. They've been in business for a long time. They're a serious player. They got a brilliant CEO. Guy's just a mad genius. So they keep their customers. They don't have people, a bunch of people who buy a product one time. They have people who've been using their products for 10 years, 15 years, 18 years. So, I mean, the return on investment for that could arguably be said to be in the millions. So that's an example of how to be creative and launch a product as opposed to doing some boring product announcement video or product announcement live stream. So again, if you're coming to the lab, we'll be playing the video. We will be dissecting it segment by segment. So you see exactly how I put that thing together and why it spoke to the marketplace the way it did. If you want to be at the lab, here's what you got to do. You have to go to duplicationlab.com and you have to apply. Once we get your application, we'll schedule an interview. You should know it's a $15,000 program. This is not for tourists or tire kickers or posers. This is only, like I say, top corporate people, top field leaders and if you have to take your kids' college fund to come, we don't want you there. You need to be an established leader with a positive cash flow who can make that kind of investment in your business, because you're still going to have airfare, hotel, and everything else. But it's a 3 or 4 day event, just building out the system with case studies and hot seats and everybody working together on that. So if you want to be one of those people, go to duplicationlab.com, fill out the application. You'll put down a $3,000 deposit if you're going to want the interview. We'll do the interview. And then if you're approved and you're there, you don't even have to pay the balance then. We will actually finance the lab so you can pay us out of the extra sales you generate. We're going to finance it for a year. And it has an absolutely 100%, no questions asked, 100%, you control it, money back guarantee. You come the first day and a half, stay up to the dinner break at day 2. And if you want to leave for any reason, including you think the air conditioning was too cold in the room, or you didn't like the color shirt that Jaime was wearing, or your cat got mononucleosis and you needed to rush home, you just let us know you're leaving. 100% refund. You'll keep the pre-event training you got. You'll keep the workbook you get, which is worth thousands of dollars. Anything you got ahead of time, you keep that. That's how confident we are in the quality of that program. So for you guys who can't be there, I want you to see an example, just one of and we'll do some other case studies in the months ahead. So everyone has access to this kind of thing. And the other thing is, of course, if you're a distributor and you're starting out and you really can't be there and you couldn't make that money work, forward this video to your CEO, your VP of marketing, and maybe the company will send some. Maybe the company will go with someone and take you with them because you were the one who introduced it to them. It's worth a shot. Okay, the lab is going to be incredible. All right, I don't say this enough on this podcast, but please like, rate, share, put a an actual comment on it, or rate it if you're on Spotify or Apple, and give it a real rating, no matter what the rating is. We want to hear from you. Obviously, I'm a busy guy. I'm building. I'm in the field. I'm working with these clients. Jaime is working with these clients. We're very busy. We still find time to do this stuff to help people who can't afford the big ticket stuff we do. And so if you appreciate it, just let us know with a comment and a rating, please. All right, go on and have an amazing week. I'll talk to you next episode. Peace.